You can't be scared of rejection. You gotta face it. Everyone feels in life. Like, everyone does. You can't be scared to lose, and you can't just be a bitch about it. You gotta step up and do that shit, or else you never gonna get shit done, bro. I'm telling you this. As a person, I lost a lot. I lost many times. I failed in basketball. I wanted to do basketball. I failed in that shit. I get rejected sometimes by females. I fail on schoolwork when I fail to study. Without execution, there's always gonna be rejection. And you can't be scared of it. You gotta use that shit to your ability, where it's to the point you use rejection as a learning status. Every time I fail, I learn. When I fail, I learn. When you lose, you learn. You're gonna learn more from a loser than a winner, because that loser is still losing. He's still learning as he failed. You can learn so much from so little as what you assume accomplishments. But when that failure hit that accomplishment, it's gonna be a whole different ballgame for him. It's gonna be unstoppable. Now he's a winner. That winner that's always at the top, he lost so many times. But you didn't see that though. No one saw it, except for him. He calculated so many things where he put in his head, what can make me not lose again? What can make me be stronger and build myself so this could never happen again? And create a new strategy where that doesn't happen again, a loss. People might be afraid of rejection and losing, but that could be one of your biggest strengths as a human. Not a lot of people don't do that. And the people that do that, they make it in life. They're bigger than what they are, and the people that was around them, that was judging them, they're way bigger. Because that's a win. You got to see failure as a win and a learning. Every time you learn something new, you're winning. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to put in work and do the bare minimum, bro. You're doing the bare minimum and you're wondering why you're failing. You're doing what everyone else is doing and you're wondering why you're not exceeding who you are. You're not staying up late doing this. You're not putting in more hours than the other people. You're not doing that. And you wonder why. You wonder why you're losing. You wonder why you're a loser. You wonder why you can never be happy with where you're at. Because you're not putting in the effort. You're not who you're trying to tell people who you are. You're not that person. You're a fraud. You're always going to be a fraud thinking like that and doing that. That's how you fail in life. That's how you get stuck in places. You're not being true to yourself. If you can't be true to yourself and your own self, then you're not gonna make it. You're lying to yourself. You don't get nowhere. First you lie to the people around you, and then you're lying to yourself. You have to be real with yourself. If you're a loser, if you lose a lot, you're a loser. You should never be feeling negative about yourself without being a loser, because every winner was a loser. Every winner was a loser. Every great winner that keeps and sustains their winning, they was a loser. You might have not saw it. No one might have saw them their losses. But no one see anyone losses. There's basketball players, you always see their highlights. You never see when they lose the ball. And you think they're so great. You see LeBron, he loses the ball sometimes. He misses shots sometimes. But you don't see LeBron as someone who does that. You see him as a winner because he keeps and maintains and sustains his longevity. He sustains his shots. He sustains all of that. He practices so much that, and all of his highlights, that negates all of his failures. So you got to put in that time. You got to put in more hours. You got to be who you want to be. You can't procrastinate. That's how you don't get nothing done. There's 40 to 30-year-olds 12-year-olds, what age, everyone's gonna procrastinate. And that's normal as a human, but you can't be normal. You can't be normal. That's what differs the winners and the losers. You cannot be a normal person. You have to be strict. You have to stay. You have to cut those people off. You have to be your own person. You can't hang around those people that's smoking and I just want to link girls all day. You can't hang around them all day. Because you know what you're going to become? You're going to become even worse than them. You can't say, I'm on my path. Let me just hang out with these guys real quick. And then I'm going to be back on what I'm on. You can't do that because you're going to fail and you're going to be a bum. You're going to be a fraud at what you do. LeBron, he works every day until he goes to sleep, until he's tired, until he physically cannot train. That's how hard he works every day. And he stays on the schedule. That's why he's so successful. You're saying that you're going to hang out with these people. That's not going to change where you are in a couple years. That's not going to give you or gain nothing. If you're hanging around with people that's not teaching you anything, then you're going to be someone that learns nothing. You're going to be done. You're going to be finished. You're going to be just stuck at somewhere you don't want to be. You're saying that you don't want to be normal and you want to make it in life, and you're doing shit that's people that don't make it in life do. You're partying. You're wasting your life. And you think this is normal. You think this is normal. You think, oh, I'm young. I can do this. I'm not old. This is not hurting my body. This might not be hurting your body now, but this is hurting your mental, and this is for sure going to fuck you up. You're not going to be anything. And no one's going to care about you. The people that was like, oh, he's not going to make it. He's not going to be shit. They're happy when they see you partying. They're happy when they see you wasting and throwing your fucking time away. They're happy. They're glad they're glad you're doing that. Those people that surround you, that you want to cut off, and you're saying, oh, I'm gonna stop hanging out with them. They're happy that you're with them, and they're wasting your time because they're wasting their own time because they don't know what they want to do, but you do, and you're sitting around hanging with these people that don't know what they want to do. They don't have no plans. They're saying, oh, if I do this, oh, I got plan B, I got plan C, I got plan D. You can't have multiple plans. You can't be a jester of all factors. You're going to fail. You have to stay on one thing and stay on it until you master and complete it. You have to complete it. You have to be what you want. You have to maximize that, and that takes time and effort. You can't do everything at once because you're going to lose. Boxers, they stay on boxing. Basketball players, they go to the NBA, they stay on basketball. Football, people in the NFL, they stay on football. They stay with sports. All of these people have one thing in common. They stayed on sports. They stayed on their thing until they was ready enough to move on and create more wealth. You trying to be jack all the trades, party and do this while you're starting out is not going to get you anywhere. And I'm letting you know this now. You're not going to get anywhere doing that, and no one is. Shoot, you might got a friend. You might think he's 10 toes down with you. You guys hang out all the time. You hang out all the time. You know, this is your closest friend. What are you going to do when you tell him to when you tell him and you ask him to do you a life or death favor? What do you do when he doesn't do it? Is that your same day one? Is that the same person you was gonna get rich with? Is it? Is that your same day one? Is that your man's that you noticed was doing that weird shit when you was with them bitches at that party? Was that your man's? That's your day one, but your day one gonna do that life or death favor though, right? You think he gonna do that life or death favor, that same one that was trying to act different, and the person you was hanging around with wasn't the same person when y'all was around them girls? That you think that nigga's gonna come and save you, bro? Be honest. No, he's not. You noticed that You didn't cut him off. You kept him around. Maybe he'll change. Maybe if I'll tell him, oh, I'll tell him this one time, maybe he'll change. The second time. The third time. You're consistently giving people in your life these chances that has no benefit to you. That won't do anything for you. Not your kids, not you, not your mom, not your dad. No, not nothing, gang. You're nothing. The only people who keep people around like that are bums. Straight bums. They don't got nothing going on. They can't meet new people and loyal people because they're not nothing themselves. You're wondering why is everyone around me, why they take advantage of me? Why do they betray me? Why do they talk about me behind my back? Because that's bum behavior. That's bum people behavior. You'll never meet someone like that. If you're rich, you're never going to meet someone like that. You're going to meet business partners. Shit, you're going to have business partners betray you, but that wasn't your day one. That wasn't your friend, though. They just was leveraging themselves. You just met them. They're leveraging themselves. You're meeting friends that aren't nothing. They're not your friends. They're not your close friends. And when you get alone in that room and you're grinding and you're by yourself, where your close friend at? If he not with you while you doing it now, then that nigga's not going to be with you while you die. He's not going to be with you at your lowest. And you think that that's normal and it's not. You don't have any friends. You don't got nobody to rely on. If you feel like you got nobody to rely on, then I'm telling you have no friends. If you ask someone for a favor, if you ask your best friend to send you $50 right now, you're about to die. You need $50. If he don't send you that shit, is that your friend? Or does he care about himself? Does he care about just partying? Does he care about, I just want to have fun? Does he care? He has a good heart. Oh, he got a good heart. He's generous. Oh, he's a good person. He has a good heart. But you're giving him chances. You know what was worse than a shitty person and a shitty friend? A person that can't change their habits and is affecting everyone around them. That's someone you can never and should never be around. And that's who you continue to be around. And you wonder why you ain't getting shit done. You wonder why you're a failure. I'm telling you, bro. You don't know any of anyone's that successful friend before they made it. Before they made it. It's either their friends is successful with them, you've heard somewhere about them. But you ain't never hear about a random friend popping up. They had their little thing going on with the friend that made it. The other friend that don't have anything going on, they get fucking left because they're bums. They don't do nothing. They sit there, they watch TV, they scroll on Facebook, they scroll on Instagram all day, and that's what the fuck they're gonna continue doing. Because they're bums. You can't help someone who can't get helped. In school, do the teacher help you or he help the person that just has his head down and just don't do anything? You might think school is useless right now, but I promise you, to an extent, if you try in everything you do, it can matter. School only matters if you try. And if you don't get that shit, school is not for you. Your GPA is a 2. That's not who you are. Your GPA doesn't reflect who you are as a person. Nothing reflects who you are as a person except for the decisions you make and what you let go on in your life. That's what makes you, you. Not a GPA, not what college you go to, not what school.